Hello everyone, today I read you a book about Canada. Where is it? Canada is the largest and northernmost country in mainland North America. The country is made up of 10 provinces and 3 territories. Canada's motto is "From sea to sea" because it stretches from the Pacific Ocean all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. Most big countries have many neighbors, but Canada has only one, the United States. The government buildings are in Ottawa, the nation's capital. Most government workers speak both French and English because the country has 2 main languages. People in Canada speak other languages such as Spanish and Chinese too. People there are from many different cultures. They enjoy different foods, wear different clothes, and play in different ways. However, during the long, cold winter, Ottawans do something special together. They go ice skating on the world's largest skating area, the Rideau Canal, or one of their 267 neighborhood rings. People, France and Britain had built the nation of Canada on lands that had belonged to First Peoples for thousands of years. After centuries of colonization, less than 5% of Canadians today belong to 3 groups of First People. The Métis are mostly from the plains. Inuit live in the far north, and First Nations live all across the country. Many people have families who came from France or England long ago. They were the first people from Europe to come and stay in large numbers. Germans, Ukrainians, Italians, and others followed. Then people from China, India, other countries in Asia, and the Middle East began to come. Today, people from nearly everywhere live in Canada. One in 5 Canadians were born in another country. Many people say this makes the nation stronger. 9 out of 10 Canadians live within 160 kilometers, it's 100 miles, of the United States border. Most people live in large cities, where many work in hotels, banks, or schools. There are jobs in factories too. In some areas of the country, people drill for oil or mine copper or gold. Others farm the land or cut trees from forests. Many Canadian goods are sold around the world, but most are traded across the border with the United States. Land. Canada is divided into 7 main regions. In the west is the Cordillera region with tall mountain ranges. The Rocky Mountains are the highest range, reaching 3,954 meters. It's 13,000 feet. Then the land drops and flattens out, with lots of grass in the south and many trees to the north. These areas are the vast interior plains. Next, going around Hudson Bay is the huge Canadian Shield. Thousands of years ago, heavy glaciers slowly pushed across this land. When the glaciers melt, rock piles were left. Thousands of lakes formed, and endless forests grew. The frozen Hudson Bay lowlands sit within this region. The Great Lakes, St. Lawrence Lowlands, or Canada's heartland, is in the south. It is small but important home to half of all Canadians and many of the country's cities. Finally, there is the upper Laurentian regions with its rolling forest hills dotted by farms and edged with rocky shores. To the north of all these regions and the forest lies the Arctic, where freezing cold prevents trees from growing. Canada's 202 0 and 80 kilometers is 125, 566 miles. Coastline not only wraps around the vast mainland, but 52,455 lands island as well. It is the world's longest national coastline. Animals in the snow-covered north. Many animals can hunt or eat because they have white fur. Polar bears are huge with black skin. Their white furs have them blended. Their main food is the harp seal. Before young seal pups learn to swim, they are stuck out on the ice. The seals use their white fur to blend into. As soon as a pup learns to swim, it sheds its white coat and grows a dark one. In the northern forest, the ground is only covered in snow for part of the year. Snowshoe hares have winter coats or white fur to keep them safe. When the snow melts, these hares shed their white coats and grow brown ones that have them blend in with the dark forest flora. In the steep and rocky mountains, it has to be so sure-footed. Bighorn sheep have feet that are great for jumping and rock climbing. All around Canada are animals that move with the seasons. Caribou walk hundreds of miles from one part of Canada to another. Other animals such as salmon, geese, and even butterflies leave Canada for a warmer weather. The world champion of moving low-distance Arctic terns. They fly from the Arctic all the way to Antarctica, a journey of some 35,500 kilometers is 22,016 miles. 6 months later, they fly all the way back. History. Thousands of years ago, the first people to reach what is now Canada crossed a land bridge from Asia. The cultures of the First Nations and the Inuit thrived for thousands of years. The first Europeans to arrive in Canada sailed from Greenland more than 1,000 years ago, but they did not stay. In 1497, explorer John Cabot claimed Canadian land for England. Then the French sent explorers to claim land. Explorers found codfish and fur, expensive items in Europe. Many more communities developed in the region. As the colonies grew, they displaced First Nations people and took over the lands. The foreign nations formed some alliances with First People and vast trading network. France and England were often at war against each other in Europe and in Canada. France eventually lost its land in Canada. People still wanted to be free from English rule. In 1867, Canada became a country with its own government. In 1931, Canada became free while staying loyal to England. Celebrations. Canadians celebrate their country's birthday every July 1st with fireworks and parades. They also celebrate the Old West with mule riding, steel wrestling, and more in Calgary every summer. Winter is one thing that people celebrate everywhere in Canada. People in different areas may enjoy ice skating, dog sledding, skiing, and more. A winter festival in Quebec is the largest such event. People can enjoy a snow-covering contest, visit an ice castle, and even stay in a hotel made of ice and snow that is built every winter and melts away every summer. Conclusion. Canada is one of the largest countries on Earth, stretching from sea to sea. It has regions of ice and snow, tall mountains, endless forests, and big cities. The people who live there may speak French, English, or one of many other languages, but they are all Canadian and proud of their country.